Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe, out here on the mall in downtown Cleveland with the iconic Terminal Tower behind me. Here's what we have coming up for you on today's newscast. Newly improved tennis courts at Rockefeller Park aren't just special for the neighborhood tennis players, it's a ribbon cutting that honors history. We'll tell you about the courts named after the first African-American woman councilperson in Cleveland. And we head to the annual One World Day, when cultural backgrounds of all kinds gather in one place to celebrate what makes us all different. The summer walks for seniors are coming to an end, but that doesn't mean they still can't be active. What wintertime activities are offered for the city's older adults to make sure they stay moving? The Judge Jean Morrell Capers tennis courts are newly resurfaced and ready for players at Rockefeller Park. Community leaders and those who made the renovation possible all gathered to mark the special day and honor the history behind the courts, and TV20 was there.
A lot of people don't know this, but Jean Morrell Capers was the first African-American woman councilperson in the city of Cleveland.
She would want the children to learn about her and other African-American judges. She would want the children to learn about tennis. It's not just tennis. Tennis is a sport that builds character, self-discipline. Those are transferable skills that the children can take with them throughout their life.
And I'm just honored to be here as the mayor of this great city to honor the amazing legacy of Judge Jean Morrell Capers. We know she loved playing tennis, and we hope that this court really inspires the next generation of Clevelanders to embrace this beautiful game.
To all the calls to your local council member, Covered Conwell, sitting in budget meetings at City Hall and constantly sending the energy of wanted change for our community, I say thank you. I am blessed to stand in front of you as one voice representing many voices that have been instrumental in this monumental occasion.
This was one of the projects that Councilman Conwell was adamant that we as council supported with stimulus dollars so that we can have an amenity in the city of Cleveland that everybody could be proud of.
The Judge Jean Morrell Capers courts are more than just a place to play sport. These courts represent history, culture, inclusivity, and community. These courts have produced community leaders, professionals of all arenas, teachers, and just overall good human beings.
Congrats to everybody in this neighborhood who made this project possible. A great win for the neighborhood and a great win for our fair city.
As kids settled back into the classroom, Friends of the Village of Miles Heights held a back-to-school fair. It took place at the Frederick Douglass Recreation Center with a focus on literacy.
So we invited some authors out to do some live book readings. We have some vendors here from the library and other resources throughout the city of Cleveland that are passing out books and just pushing for literacy. The literacy rate is below reading level over here, so it's important that community organizations step up and support the school systems and the families outside of the home to just give them that extra push and make it fun. My desire is that they will make connections with each other, the older kids with the younger kids, that they will, again, increase their reading level. Those test scores will increase for this area.
Families and kids went home with books, resources, clothes, and other gear that will help during the back-to-school season. You can learn more about the Friends of the Village of Miles Heights organization at their website, milesheight.org, or on Facebook and Instagram. The annual Success Fair came to a close with Clevelanders going home with resources, connections, and in some cases, a job. It's the biggest job fair of the year with 245 plus employers and resources all in one place at the Huntington Convention Center. They even offered on-site barbers, a beauty college, and clothing boutiques to help everyone feel their best when meeting potential employers. This year, the Success Fair also added a workforce triage.
We're excited because this year we've added our workforce triage. The workforce triage is where we're going to build resumes, we're going to help with in interviews, we're going to do everything that you need to get ready to come into this space. So the ultimate goal of the Success Fair is to make sure that everyone leaves here successful.
It's a great opportunity to be able to bring employers to the neighborhoods, to the community. Over the time, I've learned that residents say, hey, some of the hardest challenges is finding employers that are looking to hire. And then employers are saying it's been hard for them to find people actually looking to work. So I think it's always great when government work together and collaborate to bring the services to the people.
This is a true success fair where people can come, gather resources, knowledge, and information to make sure they're successful in whatever it is that they're interested in doing.
It's a huge turnout, so many people. I'm happy to be a part of the event.
The city's recruitment and development team tells us over 1,700 people attended the Success Fair. One of the resources found at the annual Success Fair was the Office of Reentry, but Clevelanders can access that office year-round.
So the Office of Reentry is the county's commitment to helping those that have been justice impacted or previously incarcerated come back and have a successful transition back home to their community. So we actually serve as a linkage, a convener, a collaborator of partners and organizations that service the population directly. Our office works to fund organizations to be able to do the work and actually service the community.
If you'd like to learn more about the Office of Reentry, visit the Health and Human Services section of Cuyahoga County's website, hhs.cuyahogacounty.gov. Coming up next, the Old Timers came back to Historic League Park for their annual reunion of the Cleveland Sandlot baseball program. Plus, cultures from all around the world come together to celebrate the different backgrounds who all call Cleveland home.
Today's vote, in my eyes, is not a very difficult one.
Did you know that in the city of Cleveland, you can text 911 and the message goes directly to our communications center? Our dispatch staff will communicate with you via their keyboard, asking the same questions necessary to dispatch police, fire, or EMS emergency services. Keep this in mind if you are in the city and making an emergency phone call that might be a challenge.
This safety message is brought to you by the City of Cleveland Division of Police.
Hi, my name is Gabriela Lopez, and I am the Community Engagement Coordinator for Family Connections. We are here to help parents and children learn and grow together. You can find us here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center. Right now, we offer fun playgroups, help for parents, and tools to support your child's learning and development. Soon, we will be starting pop-up playrooms where kids can play and learn, and parent cafes where grown-ups can talk, share ideas, and get support. Come visit us at our playroom to learn more, or go to familyconnectionsneo.org. We are happy to be here with you today.
They came from all over to reconnect with old friends, to reflect on fond memories, and to recapture a little bit of their glory days. They all came together at the Frank Petruno Old Timer Annual Sandlot Baseball Reunion. The Sandlot baseball program was active during the 1950s and paved the way for developing skills of future baseball players through Cleveland's rec leagues. Among the honorees at this year's reunion were late Cleveland sports writer Dan Coughlin and TV20 sports commentator Tim Wells. It was a beautiful time at the 79th annual One World Day celebration. The day kicked off with a naturalization ceremony. Over 25 people became American citizens. And that was followed by a parade and festival, all at the Cleveland Cultural Gardens along Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
You celebrate who you are, what ethnicity, what color you are, it doesn't matter your skin color, your sexual orientation, your culture. Everybody come here and have a good celebration. Every garden, there's about 50-something gardens are involved here, and we have about 62 groups doing a parade. So there's a lot of celebration and lots of excitement.
It's a day to celebrate the many different cultural groups that call Cleveland and Northeast Ohio home. The free event is filled with opportunities for Clevelanders to learn about the different backgrounds that make up our city. It's also a rare chance to see this stretch along MLK Boulevard that otherwise wouldn't be accessible by foot. The Cleveland Cultural Gardens are one of Northeast Ohio's oldest treasures. You'll find dedications to different prominent people and groups that have all contributed to world culture.
If you miss it this year, come next year. We do it always the weekend before Labor Day weekend.
Coming up, now that the Cleveland Department of Aging senior walks are over, I sat down with Department Director Mary McNamara to find out about other ways Cleveland seniors can stay active. And still ahead on TV20, from patient to advocate, Tiffany Hale's powerful health journey led her to become a voice for the community on Care Alliance's advisory board. Stay tuned for Cleveland Health to hear her story and learn how our community health centers are making a difference every day.
the Cleveland Division of Police is announcing a new feature in reporting non-emergency crimes. When you call the non-emergency number 216-621-1234, a dispatcher will then send you a link via text to your cell phone. Other options are to call 833-461-0144 or use the QR code and report your non-emergency crime. We encourage everyone to add both the Cleveland Division of Police non-emergency phone number and the direct number in their cell phones.
This safety message is brought to you by the City of Cleveland Division of Police.
Hello, my name is Yvette Nossel, Director of Community Initiatives at the Cleveland Animal Protective League. We provide services here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center. I am part of a team called Project CARE. The letters of CARE stand for Community Animal Retention Effort. The mission of Project CARE is to help provide services to pet owners in times of hardship so they can retain their pets in their home. We distribute food here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. In addition to our pet food distribution, we can also assist pet owners in getting the necessary medical care for their pets at our low-cost community pet clinic located at our pet shelter in Tremont. Stop by and talk to one of our Project CARE associates for more details.
Welcome back to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. Joining me now, Mary McNamara, Director of the Cleveland Department of Aging. Mary, as always, it's so great to have you here.
Oh, thanks, Dan. Good to be here.
You know, summer's coming to an end, but I know you had your senior walks this year just wrapped up. How did it go?
Oh, Dan, we had so much fun this year. We had the most walks ever. We went to 14 different locations this summer, and more than 1,000 different individuals joined us, and many joined us for all 14 walks.
That's great.
So we just had fun. We explored some new parks this year. We hadn't been to the East 72nd Street Fishing Pier, park maintained by the Metro Parks. That was wonderful. We went to Halloran Park, which is really well known for its ice skating rink. But we went there for a walk. We had live music. We distributed more than 7,000 pounds of fresh produce. So we added a few new things this year. We had more than 200 older adults tell us how we could make the walks even better last year. And we really tried to listen to them. And so a couple of walks, we had box lunches. A couple of walks, we distributed fresh produce from the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. A couple of walks, we had some special health presentations. And we brought back the ever-popular Silver Spokes, the program with Bike Cleveland and the age-friendly bikes.
You even had an evening walk too, didn't you?
We did. This was new for us, a sunset stroll down at the North Coast Yard next to the steamship Mather and north of the football stadium. And gosh, we just really enjoyed walking down there and around Voinovich Park.
You know, that's got to be nice because it's one thing to have a nice walk, but it's another thing to have something nice to see, a good lakefront, you know, stars up ahead, things like that.
Well, we really heard from older adults. They want interesting places to walk. They also want places with benches, flat surfaces, access to flush toilets. So as we look around the city, really trying to match neighborhoods with the right parks and then invite older adults to it.
I even heard Mayor Justin Bibb stop by a couple of them.
He did. We were glad to have the mayor at 3 different walks, and he got his steps in and also heard from residents about, any concerns they had, and I think just had fun too.
And I know, Mary, you're at every one of the walks. Have you seen a lot of new faces this year?
We have. That was really one of our hopes with getting more feedback and inviting people to also bring a friend, is we have met new folks, and we really hope this is a way to connect them to the services of the Aging Network.
Well, you know, the walks are over for the summer, but that doesn't mean our seniors have to just stay home. They can still stay active. What are some ways they can do that?
Absolutely. So, well, yes, the Summer Senior Walk series has ended. We are now falling into fitness, is what we call it. And we are going to have walking groups at 4 different city recreation centers. So thanks to a partnership with Parks and Recreation, you will see us at Zelma George, Collinwood, Gunning, and new this year, Frederick Douglass. And so we hope to just keep expanding that. So the friendships people formed, the connections they made will continue on because it's always just more fun to exercise with friends.
You know, our neighborhood resource and recreation centers are such a great asset, especially for our seniors. You know, so much to do there.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't know about them or don't know that they're open to people of all ages. And so many of them have swimming pools, which for many of us, that's easier on the joints. Many of them have weight rooms, exercise bikes. Some of them have line dancing. It's really finding out which rec center is in your neighborhood or which one you feel comfortable with and checking out what their fall schedule is. And so we hope at the Department of Aging we can be a link to that, what services are out there.
You know, if there's some seniors who just find it tough to travel to the different rec centers, are there resources to help them get there?
We do have a transportation program that could be utilized. It's called Senior Transportation Connection. So someone would need to call us and we can try and match them with that service. I also, if individuals are more homebound in the winter, I would also encourage people to think about what are some online or television stations that provide exercise classes. I know that's become really popular, that people could tune into a chair yoga class. People could tune into a sitting aerobics class. So finding out what's online. I also think another tool people should know about is something called Silver Sneakers. And that's a program through many people's health insurance that makes gym membership more accessible. So here in the city of Cleveland, we've got several YMCA programs that I know have very popular senior programs.
And I know this is also time to start thinking about, you're going to be homebound, maybe securing your home a little bit to prevent falls, slips, trips, and falls.
Absolutely. All of the efforts we do around health and wellness are hopefully to hold off issues we have with health concerns with falling and mobility. So yes, you want to be thinking about those too.
Before we wrap up, is there anything else our viewers watching should know about just staying active and using the Department of Aging as a resource?
I think a key thing is just call us. We've got a new health and wellness coordinator, Nicole Barkley. This is new for us. Call us at 664-2833, and we'll try and link you to what's in your neighborhood. We want you to stay active.
Mary McNamara, thank you so much.
Thanks,
as always,
Deb.
that's great. Thanks for watching TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. From all of us here at TV20, we want to wish you a very happy and a very safe Labor Day. Thanks for watching, everybody.